Welcome. Today we will be looking at 11 common yoga postures. I will review proper alignment of each position and offer both modifications and more advanced options for each posture. This is a perfect video for beginners and those who are looking to deepen their practice. Comment and like below if you like more videos similar to this in the future. I'm so thankful that you are here today. So for today's first posture, we're going to come to a standing position. You can start at the back of the mat if you wish. Coming into a forward fold, inhale nice and deep, swan dive down leading with the chest, and coming into a half fold here, letting the head hang heavy and bringing the weight forward. Option to soften the knees here, bringing your chest towards your thighs. Hands can be towards the mat, or if you'd like a more advanced option, you can bring your hands underneath your feet and help pull yourself forward. Inhale and exhale, letting the head be heavy and breathing nice and deep. Good. Go ahead and release the hands. Inhale nice and deep here and bring thumbs to heart center. Our next posture is a downward facing dog. So go ahead and swan dive down forward. Walk the hands out and press into the back of the legs. Now you can keep your heels up off the ground and bend your knees. Think of reaching your hips towards the sky and pressing your hands away from the mat, keeping the shoulders pressed down and neck is nice and long. Play around with this position. See what feels good for you, making sure that you're keeping your hips high and you're feeling a nice stretch in the back of the legs. A more advanced posture is to come into a twisted downward facing dog where you reach your hand towards your opposite leg and look underneath the opposite arm. Inhale and exhale here. Good. Coming out of the twisted downward facing dog. Breathe belly button to spine. Roll through into a high plank. Press the mat away from you, keeping hips nice and low. Fill the space between the shoulder blades. Belly button into spine. Keeping the back nice and straight, activating the quadriceps by lifting them off your knees. A modification would be to bend the knees, resting them on the mat. Good. Pressing back into a high plank if you wish. And then another option, more advanced, would be to raise one leg. Excellent. Breathe here in your high plank. Now lowering down, finding a Cobra pose. So here our legs are glued together like a cobra tail, keeping the arms close to the chest, to the sides of the body, not putting any pressure on the hands, and you can actually lift up, opening the chest, keeping the neck nice and long and the shoulders down. A little test would be to lift the hands off the mat to make sure you're not putting excess pressure into those hands. A more advanced option is upward facing dog, where you're pressing down into the mat, hands and the tops of the feet, thighs are lifted off the mat, shoulders are down and neck is long. Lowering down here, pressing into your Cobra once again, feeling the nice lengthening sensation here through the chest. Inhale and exhale. Good. Now moving into our side plank, keeping our body nice and straight. Arms are aligned, chest is open, making sure that your wrist and your shoulder are aligned, legs are straight, and you're pressing the knife edge of your feet into the mat. Activating the core here. Another option is to reach up and over the head to feel a length all the way down the side body. Modification is to lower the bottom knee. Good, and you can continue to stretch here, opening the rib cage or reaching the fingertips towards the ceiling. Good, breathing, inhale and exhale. A more advanced option is to lift your top leg and hold here in a star position. Excellent exercise for the core. Moving into warrior one, we'll go through a downward facing dog here. So pressing once again into the back of the legs, and then stepping your left leg about halfway up the mat, making sure that the knee is aligned over the second toe. Back leg is nice and straight, and the toes of the right foot are reaching towards the upper right corner of the mat. Good. Keeping the hips square. So really think of reaching with the arms nice and tall. Shoulders are pressed down, so chest is open here. Good. Keeping that leg, you can also raise the heel off the mat if you wish. This would help to make it a little bit easier, or come even deeper into this warrior one by reaching the arms up and back, opening the chest, keeping the shoulders pressed down. Inhale and exhale. Good. Coming now into warrior two. Once again, keeping that knee over the second toe and the knife edge of the back foot pressed into the mat. Opening the chest, shoulders are down, neck is long, belly button to spine. Really think of bringing that knee up and over the ankle, not to come over the toes, but just to deepen this warrior two even further. Fingertips are reaching forward and back, lengthening through the upper body. Inhale and exhale. Extended side angle. So with this, you're coming from your warrior two, reaching the left arm down, right arm up towards the ceiling. You can bring the left hand to the mat, or if you'd like to bring your hand to a block. A more advanced option here would be to reach the upper arm up and over the head, making sure that the shoulders press down so the neck is nice and long, looking up towards the fingertips. Or if you'd like to take your elbow of the left arm and place it on your knee, reaching towards the ceiling, you can do that as well. Good. Really opening up through the chest and the torso area in this extended side angle. Inhale and exhale. Good. Rotating through warrior two. Finding our triangle pose. So straightening the front leg. Really think of reaching forward and down. You can place your hand on your shin or the inside of the leg, opening the chest, aligning the shoulders. But what's really important is to reach forward until you can reach no further, really coming out of that hip and opening up through the chest, thinking of your body being between two panes of glass here. Good. Continuing to press the knife edge of the back foot into the mat. You can bring your lower hand to a shin or to a block, or if you'd like to reach for the floor, you can do that as well. Just really opening up the hips, opening up the chest. Shoulders are pressed down. A more advanced option would be to move the arm to the outside of the leg. This will help to open up the chest and the shoulders even further. Inhale and exhale in your triangle posture. Now cartwheeling both arms forward, squaring off the back leg so heel comes off the mat, finding a runner's lunge. Straightening the back leg here, making sure the left knee is over the second toe but doesn't extend over the toes. Chest is open. Good. You can lower the knee to turn this into a low lunge if you wish. Or raising the legs, raising the arms, finding a high lunge as you reach towards the sky, keeping the neck long, chest open, and shoulders down. Really making sure that the hips are nice and square here. And our last posture is child's pose. So bringing belly button to spine. Knees are nice and wide, toes are together, letting the hips come towards the heels, bringing the belly in between the thighs, reaching the fingertips towards the top of the mat. Another option would be to bring both knees together and chest towards the knees, still reaching hips towards heels, letting forehead rest on the mat, and breathe, letting my belly expand and contract with each breath. Come to a seated posture, letting your head rock from side to side, loosening up your neck, maybe a little shoulder roll to open up the chest. Inhale nice and big, pressing palms together and bringing thumbs to heart center. Yoga begins with listening. When we listen, we are giving space to what is. Richard Freeman. Thanks again for joining me. I hope to see you soon.